everybody, and welcome to the Logos NBA show. I'm Michael Scott, joined again by Chris Party. How you doing today, Chris?
Michael, I'm good, man. Hey, it's been one hell of a day as far as the NBA goes. I'm just ready to get into it.
Today, James Harden is finally on the move. He's getting out of Houston, and it was a blockbuster deal. There were 4 teams that got in on it, Chris. So I'm going to break it down for everybody right now. You ready?
All right. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So this deal, it involves the Nets, Rockets, Pacers, and Cavs. So it was reported earlier today by ESPN's Adrian, Wojnarowski, and Ramona Shelburne, and then also by the Athletic Shams Chardina. So in this trade, the Nets are going to receive Harden. Now, the Rockets are bringing in a ton of assets, right? They got Victor Oladipo. Yes. They got Dante Exum, Rodions Kurucs. They got 3 first-round picks from Brooklyn in the years 2022, 24, and 26. Yeah, and it goes on, right? So they got another first-round pick from Milwaukee in 2022 that the Rockets had. That's an unprotected pick. Yep. And then the Rockets are also getting Brooklyn's 4 first-round pick swaps in 21, 23, 25, and 27. Every single one of these picks involved in this deal, Chris, are unprotected.
And that's the big part right there. That's huge that these picks are unprotected. No, go ahead and finish what you were saying, but I'm just like, wow, all these picks unprotected. I mean, you don't see that often in NBA trades where multiple picks and at least 1 or 2 aren't protected. That's crazy.
Yeah, diving back in. So the Pacers in this deal, they received Caris LaVert and a 2nd-round pick, and then the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to receive Jarrett Allen and Taurean Prince. So this is a big deal. There's a lot of moving parts in this trade kit, Chris.
I mean, this is astronomical. I mean, where do you start? I mean, obviously, I guess you say the Nets came out on top in this one, although they did lose a lot of depth from their bench. I mean, they lost Caris LaVert. I mean, I'm going to say this right now. Caris LaVert is going to go to Indiana. He's going to average between 22 and 25 a game. He's going to do that, okay? He's going there. He's going to team up with Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, and Miles Turner, T.J. Warren. I mean, in the East, they're going to be nice. The Pacers are going to be nice for however long that lasts with those players. But the Nets, and the Nets, they bring in Harden. And with all that's been going on with Kyrie Irving, I mean, who knows how this out? They should be great. Don't get me wrong. They got the talent, but it's just the wild card there is Kyrie Irving. Is he going to show up again? I mean, they don't even know where he's at. So is he going to show back up and win if he does? That's part of the question.
No, I agree with you here. So my initial reaction was, why mortgage so much of the future for so much uncertainty, right? So this team right now, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Kevin Durant, you got James Harden, all in one place in Brooklyn, and it looks really sexy on paper. But
it does.
Really, this trade really reconfigures the entire dynamic of this team. Like you mentioned, you know, they lost some depth with LaVert and Taurean Prince being on the move. You know, trading away Allen to Cleveland, they've lost their best interior defender. And this is a team really that is bad defensively, and in my opinion, just got worse.
I think I got to agree with you on that. I have to.
Yeah, my question really to you is, how is this trade going to involve the dynamics, and how is it going to impact both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant? Because James Harden needs the ball in his hand a lot.
He does. Well, the way it affects Durant, I don't think it really affects him. He can work without the ball. Now, he does tend to fall back on the whole one-on-one, what they like to call hero ball. He's great at that, but he doesn't have to have the ball. That's why he fit in so seamlessly with the Warriors for the most part, is he didn't have to have the ball in his hand. Draymond Draymond was kind of the guy, even though he wasn't the point guard, the point forward, you want to call him that. He kind of made that team go as far as getting them in and out of their sets. And Durant, when the time came, give him the ball and let him go. But like you said, the key is Kyrie Irving and James Harden, because here's the thing. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant were a package deal to the Nets, okay? Kyrie Irving went there as the number 2 option, even though it kind of seemed like he was more trying to be the vocal leader, because we know that's not really Durant. Kyrie was trying to be that kind of vocal leader. But now he goes from really the number 2 option and at times the number 1 option to the number 3 option. Because whether James Harden is in shape or out of shape, he's still the better offensive threat than Kyrie Irving. As good as Irving is, he's not the same offensive threat that James Harden is. James Harden is a former MVP, a 3-time scoring champ, correct? And he's finished he's finished top 3 in the MVP multiple times since he's been in Houston. 2-3 times since he's been in Houston.
You make some good points, right? I mean, when we take a look at this team's play style, I think we can both agree that the Nets are going to have no problem scoring points. The real question is there going to be enough ball to go around? Are you going to be able to run all 3 of these guys on the same unit? If not, who's going to be comfortable taking that role as a 6th man with the second unit? I mean, Harden thrived in that before, but like you mentioned, he's won 3 scoring titles now. And besides Durant, he's, in my opinion, the best scorer of this generation.
Yeah, I mean, arguably he is. He definitely is. Here's the thing.
And Kyrie's not going to play off the bench.
And that's the exact point. You read my mind. That's the point I'm getting to. Kyrie Irving's not coming off the bench. He'll stay at home before he does that. James Harden is not going to revert back to the role he had in OKC when he was a pup at that time. He spent his first 3 years there. His coming out party was in Houston as far as a starter and being all NBA and all these other things, all these other individual awards. I mean, he even got the Rockets, led them to 2 conference finals. Okay. We're very close to getting to the finals, both times. So neither one of them are going to the bench. Durant is not coming off the bench. They're going to have to find a way to make this thing work and play together. And it's going to be a lot on the shoulders of their rookie head coach and Steve Nash. Okay. He's going to have to give Phil Jackson a call to find out, how do you deal with all these different personalities? Because he's dealing with some different personalities here. He really is.
No, I completely agree with you. He's got a lot of personalities in that locker room. He's definitely got his work cut out for him.